I just wanna see, I just wanna see the light. I just wanna see, I just wanna see the light. I just wanna see, I just wanna see the light. I just wanna see the light.
What up? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I just want to make a video kind of answering a question that I get asked very often, and that is the question of why did I choose being a PA? So I wrote some stuff down because I don't want to get lost, and I mess up a lot. I mess up a lot. When did I know that I wanted to be a PA? Okay, so I started college. I went to FSU. I thought I was a nursing major, but I wasn't. I was actually a biology major, so that was kind of weird. I was taking classes to go to a nursing school, and they weren't counting towards my actual degree. Honestly, biology was probably the last degree that I wanted, only because I really hate plant biology, and honestly, I say honestly a lot. It was like the deciding factor of biology. I hate plant biology. I like plants. I don't want to really learn too much about them. There's gonna be a lot of clips out of this. Should I start over again? I'm not even really sure. So it wasn't until my sophomore or junior year, I think, that I decided to change my major to exercise science. This is when I found out about the physician assistant career. I was at the time thinking about being a doctor, but I did not feel that my GPA was high enough, nor did I want to go to a graduate school to boost my GPA in order to go to med school. So I found out about being a physician assistant, and it honestly just sounded really more geared towards what I wanted as a career and how I wanted my lifestyle to be. I switched to exercise science because it met all the prerequisites that were required for the majority of the schools that I wanted to apply to, and because there was no plant biology. Okay, so the first part is the time frame that I would have had to been in school to be a doctor. It was not for me. I did not want to be in school for that long, and I also didn't want to be in a residency and then possibly even a fellowship, most likely a fellowship, because I really like surgery. So anyways, so the amount of time it takes to be a PA is generally 6 years total. You go to your undergrad for 4 years, and then after that, physician assistant programs run generally from 2 years and a couple of months, and you're done in 6 years in total. There's no residency afterwards. There's no fellowship. You can do residency programs if you want to, so you can specialize in more specific fields like surgery or even the ER. They have residencies for that too. But yeah, it's not required. You don't have to do it. You can just go ahead and go into whatever field you want if you get hired, and then they usually do on-the-job training. For MDs, you are generally looking at 8 years of schooling plus your residency plus your fellowship. So approximately, from my research, it takes about 12 years to actually start practicing as an MD in the field that you're in. I also liked the idea of being a physician assistant because of how many different fields that you can go into. I like that you don't have to be stuck in one field. I know me, I have a lot of interests. I have a lot of things that I like to do, and I like learning, and I like the ability to switch at any time and to learn on the job and to learn new things. It's very exciting, and that was one of the big deciding factors for me. Another thing is lifestyle. So for me, the lifestyle that I wanted time for a family. I wanted time for vacation. I like to travel a lot. And really, I just wanted time for life outside of your career, because sometimes your career can take up your whole entire life. and being a PA has allowed me time to do other things that I like to do, such as start YouTube or be on Instagram and blogging and helping pre-PAs, and just also my aesthetics career. Like, it's allowed me time to do more of what I want, even though PA is amazing. So from the lifestyle that I see with the doctor that I work with, I don't know a time that he's not working. He could go into the hospital and I honestly have no idea. He is probably working every single day, and I can only imagine. So salary is another important thing that I had to think about when I was picking between being a PA and an MD. I know the salary for PAs is comparable. It was at an amount that I am comfortable with, and I know will support the lifestyle that I like. Yeah, I make a good amount of money. I'm not gonna lie. So I like to be as transparent as possible. I don't like to put on the line like, "Ooh, I make this amount of money." My salary has jumped 20 grand since I started, and I've been a PA now for a little bit over a year and a half. So it's possible to make really good money. If you are truly having trouble figuring out which path to take, then I would sit down and ask yourself these 5 questions. 5 questions? I guess. I came up with 5. There could probably be more, but these are the ones that I personally ask myself and that are important to me, and I think are important in general for anyone who is making this decision. Number 1. Is it your dream? Is it your dream to be an MD? If it is, then do it. Go for it. Go after it. Don't have any hesitations. If it's what you wanted, your whole entire life, and you're making PA your backup plan, or just because you don't think you're going to get into medical school, don't do that. Just go to medical school. Do everything that you can to get there, and if you direct 100% of your focus towards being accepted, then you're going to be accepted. Also, is it your dream to be a PA? I haven't heard that very often, people dreaming to be a PA, but now it's becoming a little bit more prevalent because more people know what it is, and more people are following PAs like me on Instagram and on social media and seeing what we do, and they're getting really interested. So I'm hoping it's now people's dreams to be a PA, because it's honestly very rewarding, and I do not regret 1 minute of it. I do not regret it at all. Second question. How old do you want to be when you start your career? I was 24. I graduated in 2013. I don't even know how old I am. I'm 26 now. I just turned 26. And I'm already in my career. I'm doing everything that I wanted. I have time to do this. I have time for my family. But yeah, so for me, what age I started was very important. If it's not to you, then you have to figure out whether it is or is not important to you, what age you finish. If it doesn't matter, then do the one you want. Third question you should ask is, do you see yourself staying in one field? Because as an MD, you will be in your field that you matched in, and you are in that field for the rest of your career. I mean, you could also have side aesthetic businesses from what I've seen. I'm not really sure what else, or how much you can deviate from your field, but I know that you can have an aesthetic side business. But as a PA, you have the ability, like I said, to switch fields at any time and do on-the-job training. Number 4. Is lifestyle. What do you want your life to be like? Like I said, my doctor, he is a surgeon, so it's a little bit different. He takes trauma call. He's working a lot. Not all doctors work all the time. It really depends what field you're in. But having a medical career does not necessarily limit you from doing other things that you want to do, but I see being a PA as giving you a lot more time to focus on other things. Big fly, holy crap. And the last question, number 5, is, are you doing it for the title? Are you trying to be a doctor just because you want the MD at the end of your name and you just want to be called doctor? You don't actually, have the desire to do what they have to do. And being a good doctor is another thing, and caring about your patients and listening to them, it's a whole other ball game. And I believe the best practitioners out there are the ones who have the knowledge and they have the empathy and can understand where their patients are coming from and help them to understand in a way that they can. I think I've answered all the questions already, so thanks for watching. Again, I hope this was kind of helpful for you. Those 5 questions aren't the only questions that you can ask yourself. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of them that I can't think of right now, but take the time, sit down, be honest with yourself, write it down, write down the questions, write down your answers, think really hard about it, because in the end, just be honest with yourself and with what you want, and that should hopefully help you in the direction of where you want to go. Thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button below. It'd be really helpful, and if you show your friends or whoever, any of your friends who are thinking about a medical career, I really hope they know about PAs. Some people still don't, and it really makes me sad. I wish more people knew. So if I could be an advocate and if I can help spread the word in any way, I want to do that. So, film outros. I mean, like, who films outros? It's really freaking pretty outside today, guys. I think I just like talking to myself. I hope my neighbors don't hear. Thanks for watching.